Hello, welcome back to our rural marketing class. Let us talk something about agricultural cooperative marketing, which is a very important concept, especially in Indian agricultural marketing. So today I will cover the topics. What are the need and objectives of cooperative marketing, and we will start it with what is agricultural cooperative marketing. So before discussing about what is the need of this cooperative marketing, let us talk something about what is this cooperative marketing. Especially in India, majority of the farming produce is from marginal farmers or small farmers. So these farmers are forced to sell the produce at a low price to meet their cultivation and even to meet their household expenses, or maybe to repay the loan taken from money lenders. The problem here is the farmers are disorganized at village level. They have low bargaining power. So ultimately, what is the meaning of this one? They are at a disadvantage against the traders. So in order to overcome all these disadvantages of farmers, there is a requirement of this cooperative marketing in India. Selling the agricultural produce through marketing cooperative can change this situation. So there is a necessity of this cooperative marketing society, which is actually essentially formed by the producers and for producers. Right? This cooperative marketing society is an organization formed by the producers, formed for the producers, in order to eliminate the chain of middlemen operating between the producers and ultimate consumers. Especially for the agricultural products, a lot of middlemen are involved between the product producer to the consumer. It has to go through all these things. So in order to eliminate these people, right, maybe with one middleman directly, the product should reach to the end user. So that is the main objective of this agricultural cooperative marketing. So you got an idea what is it? Is like a society, it's like an organization, right, formed for the benefit of farmers, especially the low or marginal farmers, small farmers or marginal farmers. So now once you understood what is this agricultural cooperative marketing, now let us discuss something about what is the necessity of this cooperative marketing, what is the need for this cooperative marketing. So as you can see here, the first thing is to reduce the malpractices to great extent. In India, agricultural marketing is riddled with various malpractices. For example, arbitrary deduction from the price of the produce, manipulation of weights and scales, collusion between the workers and the buyers. So such type of many manipulations are there which are done by the traders or middlemen in the Indian agricultural marketing. So, in such circumstances, cooperative marketing helps to reduce the malpractices. So that is why cooperative marketing is necessary, right? What are the problems? What are the actually malpractices that can be done by various middlemen? Deduction from the price. Wantedly, intentionally, the middlemen, they reduce the price. As you can see now, the price of the vegetables is very low when actually the middlemen purchase from the farmers. But when the middlemen in the vegetable market, when they sell it to the end users or consumers, then they will double the price and they will earn maximum profit, the more profit than the farmers. So that is the problem. So the middlemen are to be eliminated, and these malpractices are to be eliminated at least. And now we are seeing many news in the various media, like news channels, that is paddy. When they are buying the paddy, they are in the sense like millers, whoever are the middlemen. There are a lot of middlemen are involved from the IKP center, village level IKP center to miller to the various middlemen involved between these two also, and from the miller to the government and government to the end user consumer. A lot of middlemen are involved at every stage. There is the probability of malpractice. And now you can see like 42 and of kgs they are weighing, but only 42 kgs per bag will be paid to the farmer. So 2.5 kgs for each 40 kgs will be lost by the farmer, right? And even that too, where 42.5 are to be weighed, even the people who are doing there, sometimes they weigh more than 42.5 also, like 100-200 grams per each bag extra. Means you can imagine, like out of 300 or 400 bags, how many kgs the farmers to be lost. So kind of malpractices can be there. So in order to avoid this, actually the cooperative marketing societies are existing in the Indian agricultural marketing, but we don't know like how much, to what extent actually they have been working. That is the different thing. Okay. And second need is to make the middleman charges proportionate to their rendered services. Many times what is happening, the middlemen, actually large number of middlemen are involved in the process. So whoever the middlemen involved in the collection, in storage, in financing, in grading, in sale, even in transportation, so all the middlemen, they are charging out of proportion to the services they are rendering. So what happens with that? With that, the producers do not get their due share of the price paid by the ultimate consumer. Right? A lot of middlemen are involved is one problem, because as we discussed, from the collection and after that storage and after that various people support financially, financing, grading, even in sale, transportation, on all these facts, those whoever are involving in this, everyone is charging more than that what they are serving. So you can just imagine, like each one is paid more than what they are actually giving the services. So everything is paid by the producer of the agricultural goods, that is the farmer. So however the farmer will be lost, right? So in order to make the charges for these services proportionate to the services, can make the farmer to earn a little bit more, that at least with that agricultural goods, at least with that agriculture. And third need is prevent farmers to indebtedness to the money lenders. If private people, they buy the agricultural goods or crops, what will happen? Lack of sufficient finance make the farmers indebted to the money lenders who always try to exploit the situation by taking the produce immediately after the harvest. But okay, if they take the produce immediately after the harvest is fine, but they take the produce at the low price. The cooperatives, that is why, trying to eliminate this situation by providing need based credits to the farmers, so that by providing the need based credit to the farmers by this society, so the farmers will not go to the money lenders and they will not be indebted to the money lenders also. So it can be eliminated with this cooperative marketing. And another need is to prevent unhealthy practices by the middlemen, as we have discussed also. There are many malpractices can be done. Even in the normal market conditions also, cooperative marketing of agricultural produce has been considered necessary. But the need becomes much greater when the conditions deviate from the healthy practices. So in such cases, the profit motive on the part of the middleman leads to price manipulations and consequent fluctuations of prices it leads to. So in such cases, the need for the cooperative marketing of agricultural produce become urgent, become necessary, which can help in stabilizing the prices and can save the farmers from their ever growing problems. That is why the agricultural marketing is essential in order to avoid, in order to eliminate, in order to prevent all these ever growing problems. So what are the objectives of this agricultural cooperative marketing? First objective, what we are saying here, avail selling and a fair price. It means the objective is to sell the produce in the market and obtain a fair price to the producer. How it happens? The society will be the main link between the producer and the buyer. That means they are actually eliminating the middleman in the process. So when the middlemen are eliminated, what can happen? The commissions for each middleman are also reduced. So directly, with a small example, you can understand. For example, if the farmers are directly selling the vegetables to consumers and users, then there is no commission which is earned by this middleman. For example, the farmer is selling at 20 rupees per kg to the middleman, and the middlemen are earning 20 rupees per kg by just sitting there. This 20 rupees for the farmer involves all the cultivating expenses, harvesting expenses, traveling expenses, and his hard work. But the middleman, just by sitting there, they are earning 20 rupees per kg, which is equivalent to the farmer. So that cannot be fair price to the farmer. By eliminating this middleman, if the farmer directly can sell it at 40 rupees per kg, then the farmer would be benefited. Right? I hope you understood with this small example. And another objective is provide credit to the farmers. So what is the necessity of providing this credit? To save them from the necessity of selling the produce immediately after harvesting, right? Once the crop is harvested, there is no necessity of selling it immediately, because by availing this credit, the customer can have this can store it for some time, and he can manage with this credit, and whenever he gets the good price, then he can sell it. So what are the modes of availing this credit? This credit can be provided by the cooperative societies to the farmer in the ways of crop loan and the production loan. Usually, nowadays you can see very less interest rates on these crop loans and even produce loans. If they do not use these crop loans which is given by these cooperative societies from the government, so usually they would be needed to go to some other money lenders, and they would necessary to pay 2 to 4% per month. So in order to prevent these things, the marketing cooperative society is providing credits to the farmers. So that is the objective of this marketing cooperative marketing, and to increase the bargaining power of the farmers compared to merchants and intermediaries. The ultimate aim of this cooperative marketing is to increase the bargaining power of the farmers. He should have the bargaining power. No, I will sell only with this amount, with this price. That is why they are providing these loans and everything, and to influence the market price. So when the farmers are able to influence the market price, so there would be a chance to obtain better prices for agricultural produce, and provide agricultural inputs. Agricultural inputs are also provided by these cooperative societies. So agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, and the various consumer goods, whatever are required for this agricultural works, are provided at low price to the farmers. And undertake processing of agricultural produce like milling of paddy, ginning of rice, ginning of cotton, and providing various facilities for grading of agricultural produce. All these things can be done by this cooperative marketing system. So all these kind of milling, ginning, pressing. So what are these? The processing of agricultural inputs, agricultural produce can be undertaken by this marketing cooperative marketing, and to provide updated information to the farmers. So the updated information on marketing prices, information about demand and supply position of agricultural commodities, and it avails the farmer to obtain this information and plan the actives according to the information, and to provide storage facilities. So what will happen if the farmers are availed with these storage facilities? So the farmers can store the produce and wait till the prices are encouraging, till the prices are in a good that which is acceptable by these farmers. Till then the farmer can wait because he has the storage facility. The storage facility is not available, he has to sell the product immediately with whatever the price existing in the market. That is why these marketing societies are also providing the storage facilities to the farmer in order to prevent the loss of quantity and quality of the produce due to moisture and various insects. So these are the main objectives of cooperative marketing. In further class also we will be discussing about this agricultural cooperative marketing. Thank you.